Chapter 6 of Herd Mentality, Shaping the Herd, we talk about the importance of feedback and the feedback loop that's in the process with employees. I want to give you a tip on a piece of advice here that you can use during that time. Now, this is not new. We've talked about 360-degree reviews for a while, and they have a lot of power to them when done. But as anonymous as they supposedly are, no one actually believes that. Now, here's the mistake that I see managers making today. They're doing the performance review of that employee. At the end of that review, after they've critiqued them, they give them all information, they say, okay, what feedback do you have for me? Now, the employee is sitting there, and the employee has two ways to go with this. Number one, they're just going to make stuff up to make you feel good, right? Or number two, they're going to get scared and they're going to say, nothing, I don't have anything, because they're afraid what they say. Because an employee in that situation, think about what they're going through. You just critiqued everything about them. They know that critique has to do with their compensation. Now, you told them, oh no, performance reviews and compensation, they're not one and the same. But let's be honest, when it comes time to put out raises, you're not thinking about their performance. Of course you are. They know that. So let's just be honest about that. So at that moment, they're sitting there thinking, what I say can and will be held against me. I know that. So if I say really, really nice things, then maybe he'll remember me as a nice person. And then that helps you zero. That wasn't why you wanted the feedback in the first place. You wanted some help. You wanted to get better. The other side is they can get really scared. Now with horses, the horses, when you ask them to do something, I can see what's happening with that horse. The same thing's happening to this employee. The employee, when you ask them that question, they're thinking, is this a trap? Is this a trap? Because this is what happens. So when we tell a horse and we say, okay, we're going to move you to the barn, or we're going to move you to a different pasture, as we're going that way, they're like stopping, like, is this a trap? Is it okay to go in here, not go in here? What are you going to leave me in here? What's going to happen? That's the things that they're thinking. Same thing's happening with that employee. So how do you help ease that? And here's the tip. Instead of saying what feedback you have for me, or how could I do better for you, ask them this. What advice do you have for me? You hear the difference? What advice do you have for me as a leader in this company? Not how do I lead you better? How do I lead the department better? What advice do you have for me as a leader in this company who wants to grow? You hear the difference in that? You're not trapping the employee into a situation where I just critiqued you, now you critique me. Isn't this fun, right? And this is a great game. It doesn't work that way. It's not fun. But if you couch it that way, if you present it as, hey, look, I'm looking for advice. People like to give advice, right? People like to do that. So next time you're in that situation, don't ask them for feedback about you. Don't ask them to critique you. Don't say, how can I be a better manager? How can I do better for you? Simply say this. What advice do you have for me as I'm working on my career?